These are randomly generated NHL players, and I will be selecting 20 of them to build my team. For today's challenge, I will only be able to see what each player weighs. After all the choices have been made, we will assemble the team on franchise mode and simulate with the hopes of winning a Stanley Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill at this point. Start your engines. First set of forwards, we got an even 200, 215, and 194. So again, obviously I don't really know what players weigh. If Dustin Byfuglien was still in the league, maybe I'd be able to pick him up. We're gonna kick things off with the hefty lad, 215, right down the middle. He might be the worst overall here. Brandon Saad, the guy who left his contract so that he could go play for a team that has a chance to win a cup. Mason Appleton, 84 overall, maybe. I feel like Huberdeau is sort of settled into Calgary, so he's probably got a bit of an overall bump. However, look at any previous video and you will know that I am terrible when it comes to predicting what their overall is going to be in the game. I'm going to try to be on it today and not randomized with the faces still revealed and stuff like that, and hopefully once I pick a player I will remember to reveal them instead of reshuffling. We're gonna follow the same trend. I know that Ovechkin is a pretty hefty lad himself, so we're gonna go with the player on the left. I had no idea he was that big. Quinton Byfield, that's an awesome pickup. Welcome to the team, lad. Yeah, here we go. 220, 218, and 180. We're going to try the opposite now. We've gone the middle, we've gone left. We're going to take the lightest player off to the right. I know I say this a lot, but is this the one? We just got Nikita Kucherov.
You kidding me?
Now this could flop at any given moment, and we could start tumbling downhill, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. We're going to go for the flat 200 pounds. I cannot miss right now. Drake Batherson, another phenomenal player to add to our team. Fire me up. The way we started out, I was a little bit worried, but that has quickly turned around and now I am hyped. I'm debating between 199 and 207. Let's go 207. Gonna be honest with you, the generator's hooking us up right now. We got Dylan Cousins. If I went the other way, we would have had Larkin, who would have been the better player, but Cousins is super solid, so I'm not upset. Actually, I know it's gonna be over a week later, but I'm recording this on deadline day. He might get moved. Next set of players, 183. For some reason, I saw weight, and I just thought of Doug Weight. 165, who would be that light? I think Pettersson's pretty light. Let's take a stab at it. We're going for the card in the middle. Oh, I think Stankoven is a short king, so that probably contributes. We had Bobby McMahon on the right, Evangelista on the left. Probably got the best player again. We're cooking right now. Absolutely on fire. 196. That's the one. I don't know what to say right now. This is easily the luckiest I've ever been on one of these videos. We get Lafreniere, Laffy Taffy, baby. Woo! There's no shot this team ends up being cap compliant. I know there are some young players like Byfield. Cousins is still fairly young. Maybe. We'll see, but I doubt it. We are going with 201. Hey, you know what? In Be a Pro, he was my kryptonite. Cutter Gauthier did not want to play in Philly. For whatever reason, don't know if that's public yet or not. Haven't really looked into it, I'll be honest. Anyway, he is now a member of whatever team I make. We have yet to miss. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sure, there's some where we could have had a better player, but even still, we're going 238. Oh no, this is good but bad at the same time. I knew he was heavy. I knew it. We get Ovechkin, but we miss out on McDusty. No! I'm not gonna lie, I don't think there's a world where I would have taken 194 because I either would have gone with 238 or 188. However, with the limited number of chances we have left, I'm gonna put that one in the old brain. 194. Can't wait to forget next round. 211 to start us off here. 192, 180. Let's go for the 192 player. All right, it was bound to happen. We finally missed kind of. We could have had Tavares, could have had Johnson, but instead we get Ryan Strome. I'm not upset anyway. Big fan of your brother Dylan because he's doing magical things for my Capitals right now. Two forwards remaining, 175, 175. All right, you listen to me. If we do not win the Stanley Cup this go around, biggest joke of all time. We just got Braden Point. Are you kidding me? Well, actually, he's Are You Kidding Me's teammate.
Are you kidding me?
Normally, I miss on a lot of these. For some reason, with the weight, I am just all over it. We're getting a player that weighs 202. Easily the best team I've ever assembled. Easily. This is an all-star team. We don't even need defense. We don't need a goalie. It doesn't matter. Matthew Tkachuk. He is currently out for the season. IRL, unfortunately. That sucks. He should be back for playoffs, though. If this isn't a sign, folks, I don't know what is. We have to change our Stanley Cup luck today. Time for some defensemen, which I, for some reason, thought would be heavier. But it's not looking that way right now. We're going to start off with, you know what? We're going the opposite of forwards. We're going to start with the lightest, 191. Oh, here we go. Yeah. All right. Cam York, nope. Ryan Suter, nope. We get Nils Lundqvist. I could totally be wrong on that. Probably am. Update. After a quick search of the interwebs, I was in fact not wrong. I was correct. Going the opposite side, well, on the weight scale, 220. The best option there, I would imagine. Romanov is a former Canadian that got traded to the Isles, if I'm not mistaken. 214 to kick off this round. We have 198 in the middle. Have we taken the right card every time? I feel like we haven't. It started off as the lightest, went the heaviest. Now it's in the middle, so we got to keep the trend up. Tell me when I ever get this lucky. If this is the first video you're watching, I say pause it right here and go watch the other ones. This is insane. Mackenzie Weegar is now a member of our team. That cup is ours. Oh, that is a heavy lad. 229. Not even gonna think about it. Give me the left player. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. He's what, 6'7"? T. Weiler Myers. I think he's low 80s, which is still decent. Ooh. Off to the right we go. All right. Adam Larson would have been nice, but Ball is going to crush some people. So I'm into it. Let's go. No matter what happens here, I'm taking the lightest player. So without a doubt, 191. I said it. I'm sticking to it. We took a lot of the right when it comes to defense. You guys are going to think I'm cheating. I don't understand what is going on today. Devin Taves, the newest member of our team. So our defense is actually decent. We've had great forwards before. This is elite forwards. We've had great, this is elite. And the defense was mid. Right now we have the best forwards I've ever drafted. The best defense I've drafted in a long time, if not ever. Honestly, put me in net at this point. Should we go with the heaviest goalie? Should we go with the lightest goalie? We're going neither. Right down the middle. Strike. That could have gone better. But I am not going to be upset. Like I said, literally throw me. Not Tino Manny, me in the net. Last but not least, we are going to take a goaltender that weighs 223 pounds. I'm down. Ukko-Pekka should be a decent overall. But again, we don't even need a goalie. This team is that elite. Let's go assemble it. We have landed here on NHL 25, and all I'm going to say to you is absolutely ew. Our team, the Halifax Hounds, are here in Custom Division 4 at 93 overall. I believe the Dallas Stars at 91 are the closest team to us. Also, Tampa Bay got absolutely rinsed. We took Cooch and Point from them. On top of that, the team was only about $7 million over the cap, which I find insane. It's nothing the Golden Knights haven't done. Get a load of this guy over here. Generate me a coach that's a C. I don't care. We're still supposed to win. Calvin Doan. I'm a bit of a hands-off GM. I did expect to see at least 1+5, which we do not have. But I'm still chilling with this. We got 2201. Decent. Our third line of Lafreniere, Cousins, and Strome is easily the best third line in hockey. And then we have Saad, Stankoven, and Gauthier. You kidding me? This first line should put in absolute work. Kucherov and Point reunited, so they got Chucky as their line mate. The last pair doesn't get together, but we got a +5 on the first pair, not splitting them up. Is there any way I can make this work? If not, we'll leave the -1. I'm not making that move. Whatever. We'll have the +1 in -1. Tending the goal, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, backed up by Allen. 85 and 83. This has to be the best team we've ever built. Let's get to simulating. Actually, hold that thought. How dare I forget? Braden Point's going to have the most points with 109. We're going to get a lot, all right? And on top of that, the team's going to have 58 wins. You heard it here first. Let me know how you think this team's going to do. It is every time anyway, but this is the ultimate Stanley Cup or bust. Because if we don't win the Stanley Cup, Just a complete disaster. Can you imagine we missed the playoffs? That would be one for the ages. We're 3-3-1 right now, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. The Senators were just like 7-0-3, so they're on one. I would say, gentlemen, you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone, but you sure do. What are we doing? I've absolutely had it with this game. 8-11-4. In what world? I'm sure we're gonna bounce back and end up having a lot of wins, whatever, but still, like, no, that shouldn't happen. Our division's also stacked, allegedly, because... Oh, never mind. We just climbed up a few positions, but we are 5th right now with a record of 24-16-5. And what did I say? We went on a tear. We brought it back. I guess you could say the team was just getting used to each other, you know, getting some chemistry built up. Still would not happen. 39 wins. We have the potential to have 41 at the trade deadline. We're guaranteed 40 now. There it is. 41 W's at the deadline. Get out of here. I don't even care. Continue simming. We do not need to add any players to this team. I swear I turned off waiver notifications. We have skyrocketed all the way to 1st in the division. However, we are on the post-trade deadline collapse. That is 4 straight L's, make it 5. I love this virtual game. Can't buy a win right now. We are actually getting pushed out of a playoff spot slowly. Finally get a win there against Minnesota. Bounce back with 2 wins here. Can we make it 3? How about 4? Sure can. How many wins will we end up with? We have the potential for 51 to end this year. And who?
I speak broken English.
All right, here we go. The Minnesota Wild, our first round opponent. Let's go look at some stats and see what Minnesota has for us. We crawled all the way back to 1st in our division with 107 points. I doubt that's going to be enough to win the league. No, Colorado all over at 114. New York Rangers right there with 110. 17 and 18 qualify for the lofts. Tampa Bay at 16 does not. And the biggest finesse is the Golden Knights, 92 points, no dice. This should not happen, but it did. Ovechkin, 92 points, is going to lead the team on the second line. Kucherov, 91. Braden Point also has 91. Chucky, 84. Should I move Ovechkin up to play with Kuch and Point? I'm thinking about it. Drake Batherson, over point a game. That's because of Ovechkin. Defensively, Devin Taves did really well. He had 13 goals, 57 points, 28 from Uyghur, and then it tails off big here, but that's okay. Not the greatest goaltending. Maybe it's because they didn't get a whole lot of shots, and the ones they did were tough to save. I don't know. Either way, 909 is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Ukko-Pekka would lead the league with 48 wins. He had 73 games played. He must be exhausted. Shesterkin had a 916 and 921 down here for You See What I See. All has been restored. Guess who leads defenseman? It is Kale. 112 points. He had 22 tucks. Quinn Hughes was exactly point a game. And for forwards, this checks out. Connor McDavid has the Art Ross, 117. He's not going to get the Rocket, though, because Nathaniel Dog has 67. The Wild in Minnesota. They have Kirill the Thrill, Eriksson Ek, who honestly should be more than 86 overall, in my opinion. Just my humble honest. And 88 overall Boldy. They got Zuccarello, Marco Rossi, and Kerfoot. Good team. Good team. Brodin paired up with Faber. That is lethal. Wow. They just have real good defense. And tending the goal, they have the Gus Bus, Marc-Andre Fleury, the GOAT, backing him up. Let's take him down. First 3 games, everybody knows the rules. Let's see if we can take these clowns down quick or if they're going to give us a run for our money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold on. Hold on. Timeout. Why did this line have to get bumped up to a +4? You're making me second guess my decision now. No, I'm still doing it. We get a +4 on the first line with Ovi up there. I'm sending it. I don't think they're going to win in the next 2 games, so I'm simming both of them. Come on, lads. Don't you dare. Nice. That is huge. I'm real-time simming. I know I'm breaking my own rule, but I'm doing it. Let's go, Hounds. We need 2 wins here, back-to-back against the Minnesota Wild, and I have so much faith that you're going to do it. Currently doubling them in shots after the first period. Never mind, they got a couple at the end there. It is what it is. Power play for the Hounds. No can do. Minnesota scores right after the power play. That sucks. Mojo gonna bury one on Luukkonen. Are we really gonna go down in the first round? Is that really how this is going to go? Yes, Kucherov immediately to start the third. Don't do it. I swear to you, if we Do not make it past the first round. I literally quit. We're not winning a Stanley Cup. It's impossible. It went from improbable to impossible just like that. I don't have a good feeling. I don't have a good feeling. I don't like that. Oh! Let's go, baby. We're right back in this. Game 7 is here. It is do or die for both teams. It was do or die for us last game as well. Not so much Minnesota, but now that has been applied to both squads. We had a 5-on-3 and didn't score. We suck. Minnesota's gonna get one from David. What a classic that is. We're out shooting them right now, barely. Never mind. They just shut me up real quick, and they really shut me up with a Zook goal. Thank you, Ovechkin. At least somebody's doing something out here. No way Middleton scores with 14 seconds left, or 28, whatever it was. I don't know. We need to make up 2 goals here in the third period. We could still do this. It's still possible. Starts with 1. Kucherov gets us on the board in the third. Cuts the lead down to a single goal. Now we got to tie it up. Don't give them power plays. Don't do it. Do not do that. 5 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining. No, 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 no. What am I to do? What am I to do? The Stanley Cup final is between the Smashville Predators and the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's see it. In Carolina, we've got Svech, Aho, and Rantanen, who may or may not still be there. He is as of when I'm making this, but like I said, it's deadline day. Could get dealt. Seth Jarvis with Roslovic and Robinson. They have, like, this team is not even comparable to ours. I do not get it. Jacob, arguably one of the best defensemen in the world, playing with the Yeti. They've got Walker with Orlov, Gostisbehere, and Chatfield. And tending the goal will be Freddie, backed up by Kochetkov. And now the Predators. We have Philip Forsberg, Steven, and Mr. Conn Smythe. This team, by the way, made it to the Stanley Cup final, and ours didn't. Just throwing that out there. They have an 81 overall on their first pair. Unreal stuff. Playing with Roman Josi, Shea and Shen, Blankenberg, and Jeremy. They do got this guy in the net, though. So that's something. 1 game at a time. Let's see who is going to be your Stanley Cup champions. The Jerks take a 1-0 series lead, but it is tied up by Smashville right away. A best of 5 will ensue. Smashville breaks the streak there, makes it 2-1, but Carolina right back at it. A best of 3 is on our hands. Who is going to take the lead? Carolina is 1 game away from the ultimate prize, and they will not secure it. 1 game to rule them all between these 2 teams. Who wants it more? It is the Smashville Predators. The Calder Cup belongs to the Manitoba Moose. Nobody fired their coach anyway, but we did have an A- with Doan. He was a generalist. Should have a decent team fit. 62, that's not bad. I could be coping and totally making this up, but were we 1 win away from a Stanley Cup one time? Because I feel like that's the closest we're ever going to get. Anyway, the first line all had 11 points in 7 games. Very good. Batherson had 8, Tkachuk 6. Not bad. Not a lot of points for our defensemen, but that's not really their job. Only a -2, +1, 3-3. I don't know. I'm not going to lie, I thought this was going to be way worse. For sure, I thought he was going to be in the 800s. He pretty much is. He just barely eclipsed the 900 mark. Saros had some great numbers here. Well, 305 isn't really that good, but he had 16 wins. Freddie had a 909. Shesterkin was on one. So was Blackwood. And how about Jakey O with a 930? Roman Josi and Brent Burns both had 19 points, but Josi did it in 1 less game. Adam Fox had 15 in 16, so that's solid as well. Should be your Conn Smythe winner, even though they didn't win the cup. Won't be. 37 points in 25 games. Sebastian, are you kidding me? That is disgusting. Rantanen, 27. Is Mr. Conn Smythe gonna get it? Connor McDavid gets the Art Ross, but Cale Makar gets the Hart. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen a defenseman win that in a sim. Naturally, he also gets the Norris. That checks out entirely. Reinhardt with the Lady Bang. Calder goes to Michkov. Jonathan Marchessault, your Conn Smythe recipient. Wow. Shesterkin grabbing both the Vezina and the Jennings. Bill Masterton to Savard. Cronin acquires the Jack Adams. Selke to Sidney the Kidney. JT Miller awarded the Ted Lindsay. And as we saw, Nate Doggy Dog, your Rocket Richard winner. Here's your playoff tree. We don't have words, and we know you don't want to hear them anyway. I just can't believe it. That is insanity to me. Again, maybe it's the problem that we have too much talent on the team and then everyone gets kind of lost. But Smashville, whatever. Well, if nothing else, hopefully this was at least entertaining. Still on that road to 60K. Realistically, we're on the road to 100K because I want that plaque, life goal. But, you know, baby steps. 60K, I'll be pretty hyped. Get me out of here.